Well, my name is Ellen W. Gerber, but when I was about 14, I said I have to have a nickname. I said, Lennie, I'll be Lennie. I finally figured out. By that time, I'm in my early 30s. I had had a love affair for about a year with a woman. That was my first real love affair. I said, oh, I'm a lesbian. I don't think I knew the word gay then. Okay, I can live with that. After 3 years at Ithaca, I had decided I needed to get my PhD. That's when I met Pearl. I'm madly in love. Later, I learned that my friend had taken Pearl out for a walk to warn her. But what she didn't know was Pearl felt the same way. We decided to live together from the start, and that's how our life began together. We committed to each other in 1966. We had been teaching at UMass in Amherst. And I assumed they would hire me too, just as they did when they wanted Pearl at UMass. As it turned out, they said, no, you're too open and we're not going to hire you. And I said, okay, I'll go to law school. Worked for the Legal Aid Society then for the next, about 15 years. I had read about the ACLU, and I had looked it up, and I believed that it was the kind of organization I needed to belong to, because it was the kind of thing that I believed in. It was 2013. The ACLU decided to file a lawsuit in North Carolina. And they had 4 couples in the title, but Pearl and I were the named couples. It was Gerber and Berlin et al. Versus Roy Cooper, Attorney General. And so the lawsuit was filed, and it was going nowhere. In the meantime, other states were beginning to have gay marriage. I said, the way the Supreme Court is going these days, maybe it's time for us to think about getting married. And Rabbi Havivi said to me, I'll do it. We went up to Maine. We picked as the date our anniversary, which was June 2nd, and it was our 47th anniversary. And so we had a wedding. There was about 125 people there. It was lovely, and the newspapers reported it and all that, you know. It still was not legal in North Carolina. They finally agreed that marriage was legal in North Carolina. That evening, the phone rings. I answer it, and his voice says, Lennie, and I said, yes. He said, this is Roy Cooper calling. I said, Attorney General Cooper, who we sued? And he said, yes, I'm calling to congratulate you and Pearl.